الشيطان يعدكم الفقر ويأمركم بالفحشاء والله يعدكم مغفرة منه وفضلا والله واسع عليم يؤتي الحكمة من يشاء ومن يؤت الحكمة فقد أوتي خيرا كثيرا وما يذكر إلا أولو الألباب وما أنفقتم من نفقة أو نذرتم من نذر فإن الله يعلمه وما للظالمين من أنصار إن تبدوا الصدقات فنعما هي وإن تخفوها وتؤتوها الفقراء فهو خير لكم ويكفر عنكم من سيئاتكم والله بما تعملون خبير صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين الشيطان يعدكم الفقر ويأمركم بالفحشاء Shaitan frightens you, scares you of poverty وَيَأْمُرُكُمْ بِالْفَحْشَاءِ and bids you or commands you to commit indecency. وَاللَّهُ يَعِيدُكُمْ مَغْفِرَةً مِّنْهُ وَفَضْلًا and Allah promises you forgiveness from Him and grace as well. وَاللَّهُ وَاسِعٌ عَلِيمٌ and Allah is all-embracing and all-knowing. We did this ayah that the last time we did the circle. The one thing that I do not remember if I mentioned is that whenever we feel that we want to spend somewhere in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and then we become scared of poverty, or whenever this thought comes to us that if we spend it here we will have less money, or our wealth will decrease and we will not have sustenance in the future, then we should think that this is a thought that has been put in our mind by shaitan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises maghfirah and forgiveness of sins and new sins, new virtues, new blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon spending. So while the shaitan makes us scared and frightened of poverty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes us think about maghfirah and fadl from Him. So whenever we are spending, the thought comes in our mind that we are going to get maghfirah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are going to get mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we can think that this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When the thought of poverty comes in our minds, when we think that we are going to become poor by spending in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we can be sure that this is a thought put in our minds by shaitan. Now starting from ayah 269 today, يُؤْتِ الْحِكْمَةَ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that Allah gives wisdom or hikmah to whom He wills. Here Hazrat is translated as wisdom, which is the most neutral meaning. In several places, hikmah, this word has been used in the Quran, and it has been quoted by Mufassirin to mean different things. But one root meaning that applies to all is to put things where they belong, to put things in their right place. That is hikmah. When it is referred to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being Hakim, hikmah would mean that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has perfect knowledge of everything, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the capacity and is the solid, perfect creator of everything. When it is referred to any creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it means that to have sound knowledge in accordance with the wahi. Knowledge is that knowledge which is in accordance with wahi, right? So sound knowledge in accordance with the wahi and sound practice, that is hikmah. When it is referred to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the actions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for example, وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْحِكْمَةِ, and that means kitab and hikmah means sunnah. But this one meaning, that to put things where they belong in their right place, this applies to all of them. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives يُؤْتِ الْحِكْمَةَ مَنْ يَشَاءُ وَمَنْ يُؤْتَ الْحِكْمَةَ فَقَدْ أُوتِيَ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا, this hikmah, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to anyone, whoever is given wisdom or hikmah is certainly given a great good, a huge amount of goodness. A huge amount of good, a lot of good. Utiya khayran kathira. Khayr is good, kathira, a lot of good, excessive good. Wama yadhakkaru illa ulul albab. Only the people of understanding observe the advice. So nobody understands the advice except the people who are of understanding. وَمَا أَنفَقْتُم مِّن نَفَقَةٍ أَوْ نَذَرْتُم مِّن نَذْرٍ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ يَعْلَمُهُ وَمَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ أَنصَارٍ. Whatever expenditure, nafaqah or anfaqtum or nafaqah is sadaqah. So whatever spending, whatever expenditure you spend and whatever vow you make, أَوْ نَذَرْتُم مِّن نَذْرٍ, nadhr is whatever you vow to make, whatever vow you make, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ يَعْلَمُ, Allah knows all of it. So this refers to all charity and all deeds that you do and with whatever intention you do. So if you spend in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you spend a halal mal, halal wealth, or you spend a haram wealth, you spend it in the right way, you spend it in the wrong way. Is it obligatory charity, it is supererogatory or voluntary charity? All of those, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows them. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ يَعْلَمُ وَمَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ أَنصَارٍ. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala finds that you are zalim with your spending, what does that mean? You are transgressing with your spending or you are sinning with your spending, which means that you are spending it either haram way or you're spending it in a haram venue, in a haram place, then you are zalim. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَمَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ أَنصَارٍ. These people, the people who are transgressors, they will have no supporters. For the unjust, there are no supporters. In tubdu sadaqat فَنِعِمَّا. If you make sadaqat openly, like publicly, فَنِعِمَّا, it is good enough. وَإِن تُخْفُوهَا, and if you keep it secret, وَتُؤْتُوهَا الْفُقَرَاء فَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. And if you keep it secret and give it to the needy, it is much better for you. وَيُكَفِّرُ عَنْكُم مِّن سَيِّئَاتِكُمْ, and this will write off part of your sins. مِن سَيِّئَاتِكُمْ, write off from among your sins. وَاللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ خَبِيرٌ, and whatever you do, Allah is all aware of what you do. So this refers to all sadaqat, zakat, which is obligatory, then sadaqat, all of those that are nafil sadaqat or non-necessary, voluntary sadaqat. Whichever of them, if they are spent secretly, in principle, that is the best way of spending. It has many benefits. Some of them are that when you spend and you don't openly declare it, there's less chance of riya, there's less chance of showing off. Also, when you spend it, the person who's getting that money, it is better and more respectable for them, that nobody knows who gave them, how they got that money. You just give them secretly, it is better for them as well, more respectful for them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, in tubdu sadaqati فَنِعِمَّا. If you make sadaqat openly, tubdu is do something openly. If you do it openly, good enough, it's fine. وَإِن تُخْفُوهَا وَتُؤْتُوهَا الْفُقَرَاءَ فَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. If you make it secretly, it's much better. But there are places Al-Mufassirin have written where it is necessary or it is recommended that you make sadaqat openly. For example, when you feel that giving openly would encouraging others, then it becomes permissible to do it openly. Similarly, if you are accused, for example, if there's government and if the government collects zakat, that's a totally different thing. But if people accuse you of not paying zakat, and just to clear your name, you give zakat openly, then that is also permissible. But in principle, the reward and the better way of doing it is to do it secretly. Wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir, and whether you do it openly or you do it secretly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all aware of what you do. Inshallah, we'll start the next ruku tomorrow. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam, wa lam taflana wa tarhamna wa nakunna min al-khasirin. Sallallahu ta'ala ala khayri khalqihi.